Okay, listen up, guys. This is 9-2, talking about surface area, prisms, and cylinders. This is day 2, so it's where things get a little bit more complicated. There's a couple of little nuances that you got to pay attention to. So let's kind of get right into it. So cylinders. So cylinders like this, you have a top and a bottom that are both going to be circles. So circles are going to be your base. Okay, your base is going to be pretty much locked into being a circle. So everything that we've talked about for circles so far comes into play. Altitude, of course, is going to kind of play the part of your height. So that's kind of what we're talking about. So your cylinder consists of 2 circles and then 1 base, and the base is actually a rectangle. So if you think back to what does a net look like of a cylinder, well, 1 base, 2 base, and a rectangle, where this is your height. This length up here actually is your circumference. So that's kind of what your length of your rectangle is. So lateral area is going to be right here. So that's going to be, your lateral area is just going to be 2 pi r times your height. And your surface area is going to be this plus 2 pi r squared. Now let me explain where that comes from. Pi r squared I really hope looks familiar to you because that's the area of a circle. All right, why is there 2 of them? Well, you have 1 here, you have a second one there. So 1, 2, that's going to give me pi r squared times 2 plus my lateral area here. So 2 pi r times height, that's going to give me this area. Pi r squared is going to give me here, and I multiply it by 2 to get both of them. Now let's kind of get into it. Lateral area, surface area of this cylinder. All right, so I'm taking the diameter is 15, so that would be the radius is 7.5 millimeters. So then here we go. So lateral area and surface area. Lateral area, that is going to be the circumference, so 2 pi r times my height. So 2 pi r, that's going to be 15 pi times 18. So 15 times 18, 9180, 270. And you can do a quick check on that. 15 times 18. Yeah, it's going to be 270 pi. All right, so times it by pi. And you're going to get 848.23 millimeters squared. Again, realize squared is for area. So this is your lateral area right here. To go with surface area, you need to add 2 pi 7.5 squared. Okay, so 7.5 squared times 2 times pi, multiply all that together, and that's going to be 353.429. But realize, this is just the basis. Okay, so I still need to add the 848.23 to my answer. So my total surface area is going to be 1201.66. There is going to be my final answer right there. That's going to be the surface area, millimeters squared. So now, radius of 5, height of 9. Let's take a look. So radius is 5. That means the diameter is going to be 10 inches. Okay, so all the way across here is going to be 10 inches. Height's going to be 9 inches. Go by the information. Don't go by the picture. I know on the picture this looks way bigger than going across here. So lateral area, surface area. Lateral area, circumference times the height. So 2 pi r times the height. Okay, so 2 pi r, so that's going to be 10 pi times 9. So exact would be 90 pi inches squared. So my rounded answer, my decimal answer, would be 282.743 inches squared. Now, surface area means I got to take this, add 2 pi r squared. So that's going to be plus 2 pi 25. So it's going to be plus 50 pi. So 50 pi is going to be 157.08. So this becomes, my total exact answer would become 140 pi inches squared. That's my exact surface area. My rounded surface area would become those two added together, which would be 439.823 inches squared. There's my answer. Okay, now, diameter is 6, height of 4.8. So, drawing my circle here, this is going to be 6, this is going to be 4.8. So now, figuring out lateral area. So that's going to be circumference times height. So that's going to be diameter times pi times 4.8. So that's going to be 28.8 pi. Okay, so 28.8 pi. So surface area says take that, add 3 squared times pi times 2. Okay, that's ugly. Let me back that up. Let me rewrite that. So it's going to be double pi 3 squared. Okay, so when I add that, that's going to be 18 pi. So exact answer would be 46.8 pi centimeters squared. Okay, approximate would be this. So approximate lateral area would be 90.4779. Okay. Approximate surface area is going to be 147.027. That's centimeters squared. I'm sorry, my handwriting's all over the place today. Centimeters squared. So, last but not least, what's the radius of the soup can? Okay, so now we don't need the whole 9 yards, but remember, this is your soup can. This would kind of represent the lateral area, okay? There's no top and bottom because the label doesn't cover that. So, you've got 15.7 times 8. So that's going to be 125.6. All right, 125.6. That is your lateral area. So remember, lateral area is just going to be diameter times pi times height. Okay, so 15.7, that's going to be your circumference. So diameter times pi is going to be 15.7. Well, if I divide by pi, okay, because I know my height, so I can divide by 8, so I'm left with this. All right, diameter times pi. So to take 15.7 divided by pi, and you get approximately 5. But that's the diameter. Okay, so that's the diameter. So my radius has got to be 2.5. 2.5 inches. There's my answer. All right, play around with this. Come talk to me, and let's get this figured out. Thank you very much.